Good evening, everybody. It's Chad from Colorado Giants. Time for your weekly update on what we got going on back here. I'm outside foliar feeding. I got my Ghostbusters backpack on. This is the 1984 Barren plant. I've been gone just about all week. Emily's been taking care of the plants. The vines are mostly buried, and I'm very thankful that she was able to take care of everything for me. I would say this is probably the biggest plant. It's doing really well here. The plant in totality, these marker are 6 foot, so 6, 12, math equals 18, 24, 25 or 26. So I would say we're probably, the entire plant's about 26 foot long, and this is, it's half a 38. 15, and then 8, so 15 plus 4, 19, so 19 feet long. Right, double check my math, probably wrong. But so 1984 plant definitely is my favorite plant. I really wish it would have kicked into gear earlier in the season, because I have a pumpkin right under that stool, under my shade. That's where I wanted the pumpkin. Instead, I have one pollinated right here. I think this was July 5th pollination, or 4, something around there. So this guy's probably about 10 days old, about the size of a small bowling ball. Looks real good. I need to do some maintenance on it. It's kind of getting stemmed down because the plant rooted in. All of those nodes right there are rooted in solid, so it's not lifting up with the pumpkin. I'm fertilizing with a little triple 12 and Mark's Special T right now. Today I did some some TKO and some 0025 to give the pumpkins a punch. Ron Wallace has been helping me a lot this year, going with his, what he uses, the General Hydroponics line of product. So 1984 Barren plant is doing really good. You'll notice if you look at this plant versus that plant over there, the 1911 Urena, just how short this plant is. It has small leaves, they're short to the ground. I would say maybe no more than 2 foot, whereas that's pushing 3 foot, if not a little bit more, on the leaf size. So I really like this short leaves, small leaves. It's great. And then what's best for me, or those of you perhaps in an area where it's hot. So the last week we've been pretty fortunate. It hasn't been very hot this summer, but while I was gone, it was in the 90s almost every day, mid to high 90s, probably 100 inside here, or something close to it. And this plant is a champion. Knock on wood, no leaf burn at all. Not even a little bit. I'm looking down across, and no leaf burn. So let's pause it. We'll go check out the 1911. Okay, here we are at the 1911. So, as you can see, we'll use my sprayer wand for a reference, which isn't that great because you don't know how long it is. But, compared to that over there versus over here, it's much, much taller. This plant is the opposite in its dimension. Long ways, what did we say, 15, 16, 19 feet long, and then some, because the main vine is curved around, is under that stool, versus half of this, I think 42, so that makes it 21 feet wide. This plant basically sets itself on fire every day during the heat of the day. You can see all the leaf burn. This is not disease or anything. Secondary vines are going out. It's still growing well. I mean, and that's the thing that gets me, is that this plant is still very aggressive in the vine growth, but the leaves are they're roasting like, I don't know, whatever roasts, a suckling pig at a 4th of July barbecue or something. But it's what's even stranger is that leaves on the inside of the plant, like this guy and a few over there, I thought it was disease, so I emailed Matt DeBacco, and unlikely, because it's not, there's no sequential progression of leaf sickness. It's something it's a couple here, a few over there, one right here. So he thinks it's just burning, which is strange for the middle of the plant, but it is what it is. This pumpkin was start of July. I think this one might have been July 1st. So it's probably about 16 days old or so. There's my size 13 next to it for size reference. Looks like it might be orange, so that's pretty cool. Spray it a little bit. So yeah, it's almost filled in its entire area, which is good. Try to navigate with the backpack on. Challenging. And we're losing light, so sorry if the video is poor quality. But yeah, I mean, it looks real good. I can't complain. Just these leaves, even the fans hasn't helped it, because like here's a fan. These leaves are okay. These days we got rain. These ones, even right in front of the fan, still roasted. So it's something that it's just the sun on the plant. It's not a very heat tolerant plant, which is not a bad thing. Just grow it. It does better if you're in a cooler environment, and it is the U.S. champion seed, so obviously I'm not knocking it even a little bit. And then the backup plants, the 1984 Baron that's just gone feral, and this other 1211 alts that I've just let go. I've been pollinating as I've seen them, and I think Emily did some pollinations. We're just kind of pollinating everything and see what sticks. This one in here, I'm excited to see. So that is focus. So that is, if that grows, if that takes, that's going to be a perfect wheel pumpkin. I'll be happy to chop it out an area for it to grow. But there's just vines kind of going everywhere. And as you can see, the main vine for the 1211 plant and the 1984 plant are both right here. And then this plant, the 1211, though, was very burny initially. And I could see some burn right here, but not over there. So, I mean, I don't know. This still is a very weird plant, and I'm just noticing now there's a pumpkin right here on the tip of this one, so I'll probably pollinate this. I need to pollinate this tomorrow. And do this fast since we're losing light. And the bushel gourd, the world record bushel gourd, is really starting to take off. I'm actually impressed with this, as everything was buried when I left 5 days ago. So it has grown significantly. So I don't know why I can't remember this number, but this was 38 feet. So 19 feet long. I would say that's at least, the tip is right here. This plant is at least every bit of 10 foot long. So I'll have to start thinking about pollinating a bushel gourd on that, since I really don't have any bugs in here. This will have to be a manual pollination, and these flower at nighttime. So you can see we have some flowers, and then like right over there, I don't know if you can kind of see, it looks like a green olive. Those are the actual bushel gourds, and I would prefer to have one on the end there. So tomorrow I've got some stuff going on at home. I'll probably hang out at home for a good chunk of the day tomorrow, and I'll get caught up on pumpkin stuff, and then we'll call it good. But lawn gourds and sunflowers are doing good. Sunflowers are kind of small. I'll show you those next week, but they're starting to flower, so those are done. Lawn gourds growing well, and yeah. So what an interesting plant. Like, this is the separation of the plants. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to shoot a quick video, get it out to you. I'll take some side-by-side pictures tomorrow. We're probably at that point where everything's starting to grow together, and it's getting hard to differentiate, what is what. But that's it. Hopefully your pumpkins are going great. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, ask me questions. Love getting questions. Find our Facebook page. It's easy to interact with me on the Facebook page. And have a good one. We'll catch you next time.